Hey guys, it's me, Kimberly Clark, and this is a highly requested video. It was requested by one person. This is a requested video, and I'm very happy to do it because I love watching these types of videos. Welcome to my nail polish collection. I have been collecting nail polish for several years. I actually started doing nails before I started doing drag, and I've always been interested in abstract nail art, kind of like abstract expressionism on the nails, and taking influence from different patterns, periods of art and styles, and different types of inspiration, not necessarily that kind of traditional French or polka dot or whatever kind of cute nail art that is very popular. I'm more interested in a kind of more abstract expression through nail art, if that makes any sense. I rarely wear just one color on my nail. I often use nail polish like paint, putting it on a palette and actually taking a smaller brush and doing different designs and stuff, as you've seen in some of my nail tutorials. This nail polish collection is more of a kind of painter's paint set collection, if you will. I kind of got to the max of my collection when I felt like I had enough colors and shades to kind of do anything that I wanted with nail art. It took me about 2 years to kind of complete the collection, and then recently I went through and decluttered my collection and got rid of any dupes, anything that I really wasn't using or didn't feel like meshed with the other types of polishes that I had, and did like a really big purge, which allowed me to kind of see where I was missing certain tones or temperatures of color and what I had too much of or too little of. So since my decluttering, have been purchasing, you know, 1 or 2 polishes here and there to kind of round out my collection. I'm gonna go through each polish and tell you a little bit about how I use them, what I think of them, if there's any kind of specific detail or story that I think is important for each particular polish, I will let you know. And then as a little bonus, I'm going to show you all of the polishes that I got rid of at the end, which you can choose to watch or skip, whatever you want. Anyway, I'm very excited to be doing this, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy watching other people's nail polish collections. So without further ado, here we go. Hey guys, okay, so this is my whole beauty drag area. You can see I've got some wigs, some boxes with different things in them, and my nail polishes are all in these acrylic nail polish racks over in the corner. So really quickly, I'm just going to show you, this is my vanity. It's a little messy right now. I'm going to do a full makeup collection later, but I just wanted to show you that right here behind the K, and right in front of Ms. Zachary Drucker, I love her, is my little nail basket that I keep a lot of my nail tools in. I've got my little palette that you've seen me use before, my top coats, base coat, little bag full of nail art stuff, files, brushes, and some nail glue. Then my little Dayton, Ohio shot glass that I use for acetone. So that's where I keep all my nail supply stuff. These are some nails that I was working on for a project that I can't talk about yet. Woo! So then I have this little IKEA cart thing, and in the bottom of it is where I store my acetone, my nail polish remover, and some fake nails. These are by Kiss. They're my favorite brand of fake nails to use. Okay, moving on to the nail polish racks. I got these at a wholesale nail supply store in Flushing, Queens. There are all types of stores where you can get this at. You can order them online. Basically, they're just the, I think, 100 count acrylic nail polish racks. And they have 4 screws each that I installed into the wall all by myself. And they hold all of my nail polishes. About 200 polishes I think I have. I'm not sure of the exact number. Like I said in my intro, I have recently whittled down my collection. And so this is kind of my essential sorted nail polish collection. And I'm very excited to share it with you right now. So let's jump in. Okay, so here are the first 3 rows of my nail polish collection. I'm going to try to go through the collection 3 rows at a time, and I'm going to show you each individual polish up close, of course. On this top row we have all of my top coats, things that are kind of glittery, not fully opaque polishes, just things that I can layer on top of other polishes. Down here we start getting into the blacks, and then more kind of glittery, transformative top coats, and then we're kind of getting into the shades of my collection, the kind of true color shades of my collection, grays going into some neutrals. First up, we have Blast Off by Sephora Formula X. This is just a matte black, kind of random-sized glitter top coat. Chaotic by Sephora Formula X. This is my favorite top coat. It is a beautiful black and white matte random-sized glitter top coat. Glitz in Pieces by China Glaze. Got matte black and silver glitter in kind of varied sizes. Next we have Just a Pinch of Glitter by Sephora by OPI. And next up a polish by Julep that I just inherited called Jordan. This is a kind of varied size circular silver glitter top coat. Moving on to some holographic glitters. This is Which is Which by OPI. And this is Save Me by OPI from the Nicki Minaj collection. This is Cosmic Love by Deborah Lipman. It's a little baby polish. And this is Nebula by American Apparel, just a straight up rainbow glitter. This is a really beautiful glitter by Cirque. This is called Kaleidoscope, and it is kind of like metallic and matte, multicolored, multi-shape glitter. Cirque is a really awesome indie nail polish brand here in New York City, and they're also available at Nordstrom. This is Be-Claus I Said So by Sephora by OPI. Then I have 2 Nails Inc. Feather top coats. This is York, the peachy shade, and this is Brighton, the kind of turquoisey yellow-blue shade. Another polish by Cirque. This is Electric Circus, a super unique kind of green-based multicolored glitter. And a good old Sally Hansen Gem Crush glitter in Bling-tastic. Next up, another Sephora matte glitter top coat. This is in the shade Boom. It's a kind of periwinkle, multi-sized matte glitter. Going from right to left in the second row, this is a Sephora Formula X holiday polish from last year. This is called Out of Sight. Then my beloved Zoya 18 karat Gilty top coat. This is actual flex of 18 karat gold in it. It looks really classy and beautiful. This is one of the first nail polishes I ever bought. This is When Monkeys Fly by OPI from the Wizard of Oz collection from a couple years ago. This is an amazing gold and holographic glitter polish, and the large gold pieces are actually concave, so it gives you a lot of extra texture to your nail. This is Boiling Point by Sephora Formula X, a beautiful gold, highly dense glitter top coat. This is kind of the Julep version of that last polish. I just got this from a friend and I don't know what it is called because the label is rubbed off, but it is a slightly finer version of that previous Sephora Formula X gold glitter. I am wearing this on my nails right now. Just touches of this on my nails kind of between a couple of layers of other polishes. This is Mary by Julep. I think it was from the same collection as that previous polish. And then a slightly chunkier version of that glitter. This is an older packaging Sephora Formula X, kind of from their prototype line. I don't know the name of this. Again, it wore off. I loved these polishes as soon as they came out. Formula X is one of my favorite nail polish formulas. Even the prototypes were amazing. Ozone by Sephora Formula X, a beautiful, fine, holographic glitter. And this is Potosi by Cirque. This is an amazingly unique glitter. It is a crazy, jagged, multi-shaped silver glitter. It really looks like shards of glass. Just really unique. This is an older Sephora Formula X holographic-y transformer top coat in the shade Psycho. And this is Cirque's version of that same type of polish. This is Magic Hour. So those were all of my kind of top coat glitter polishes. Now I'm going to go back and start from this left side of this row and go through all of my basic color shades. Zoya Raven, the perfect black polish. Essie Licorice, another black nail polish. This polish is really great for water marbling. Metallic for Life is a silver glitter with a black base from the Nicki Minaj collection by OPI. And Extraterrestrial is a Sephora Formula X polish, a black base with fine gold glitter. This is One Nemesis by OPI, a beautiful kind of gunmetal with slight green undertones. This is Lucerne-tainly Look Marvelous by OPI, another gunmetal, but this time with slightly blue undertones. Down to the third row, this is Essie Cashmere Bathrobe, Sephora by OPI Break a Leg Warmer. This is Private by Sephora Formula X. This is again from that older prototype packaging. And this is Unglued by Sephora Formula X. I know there are shades that are the equivalents to these in the current Formula X collection. I will put the name of the equivalent shades down below. This is Hypnotized by Sephora Formula X. This is a beautiful, very finely milled, kind of very neutral gunmetal color. Essie's No Place Like Chrome. This is the perfect metallic silver polish. OPI's DS Radiance. This is just an absolute stunner of a polish. Super, super bright, glittery, reflective, sparkle, amazing, high impact silver polish. This is Smoke Dazzle by American Apparel. It is a metallic duochrome polish with a purple and green shift. This is a dupe for a more recent Essie polish that came out, which I will show you in my decluttering section at the end. Getting into some gold tones, this is Sephora by OPI, Wild About Shimmer, and this is OPI Liquid Sand in the shade Honey Rider from the James Bond collection. This is a simple gold textured polish. It dries with a kind of rough finish. And this is my favorite pure gold polish. This is Essie's Good as Gold. I just love the tone of this gold. I think it looks classy. It's not too yellow. It's not too rose. It is just perfect. Essie's Shifting Power. This is a more yellow gold metallic polish. Penny by Mineral Fusion. This is a straight up copper polish. This is a brand that you can get at Whole Foods. It's a 5 free organic nail polish brand. This is a really unique shade I got in France from L'Onglerie, which means the nail store, I think, or nail salon. It is a kind of orangey beige duochromy shimmery polish. I think it's number 246. I'm not sure. Sephora by OPI. I only shop vintage. Already Famous by Sephora by OPI. Okay, moving on to the next 3 rows. We've got my browns to neutrals, going through neutrally peaches, through some whites, and then onto reds, starting at the beginning of the rainbow. This is French Roast by Cirque, a beautiful kind of reddish brown glitter polish. This is an amazing polish, but it totally eats top coat. You need tons of top coat to make this work. Another OPI Liquid Sand. This is What Wizardry Is This? This is a brownish textured polish with tiny gold shimmer. Essie Little Brown Dress. This is your basic brown cream. And my Private Jet by OPI. This is Freckle by Illamasqua. This is a beautiful beige polish with black matte glitter kind of speckled into it. Another DS polish from OPI. This is DS Classic. It is a beautiful beige, neutral, holographic shifting polish. Sephora by OPI Under My Trench Coat. This is OPI's Did You Ear About Van Gogh? This is a very popular beige cream polish, and I'm wearing it on my nails today. It is the lighter beige color. This is Frenzy by Chanel. I love this polish. It is fully opaque in 3 coats, but it is worth it. This is a stunning neutral polish. This is Nails Inc. Porchester Square, the hero shade, whatever that means. I'm also wearing this on my nails. It is that background grayish shade on my thumb right there. Mouse by American Apparel. I know it looks like it has like a pinky shift to it, but that is just the polish separating. It really does not show up on the nail. Champers by Butter London. It is a champagne gold glittery polish. I used this in my last nail tutorial. Grandiose by Sephora Formula X. It is a beautiful gold, reddish plum neutral shifting polish. Absolutely stunning. This is a Kiko Milano Sun Show polish. I don't know the name of this, but you can see it used in my Kiko Milano Rainbow Ombre nail tutorial. This is Angora Cardi by Essie, and this is Essie Very Structured. This is one of the polishes that I use to represent the Marsala color in my Marsala nail style guide. Moving on to the next row, this is the HIPP by RGB kind of nude nail polish. This is in the shade F1. RGB is a really amazing nail polish brand, and this collection is kind of made to have you be able to find the perfect nude nail. They have cream polishes and sheer polishes. This is the lightest shade in the cream. F1 kind of stands for Foundation 1. This is really like foundation for your nail. Good old drugstore Maybelline Color Show in the shade Sandstorm. And this is the shade Bachelorette by Lancome. This polish is really the perfect nude for me. It has a slight shimmer to it, but whenever I put it on my nails, people always compliment me on it. Essie Mamba, I talk about this in my favorites video. Femme by Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. I really think that this is an older version of Femme or a sample because the new Femme by OCC is a lot more coral. This is a polish that I bring out with me when I don't have time to do my nails at home, and I will do it at the club, and it always looks stunning. CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant in the shade Peaches and Cream. These nail polishes are a little thick for kind of everyday wear, but for nail art purposes, like when you need a kind of thick polish to make specific shapes and stuff, I think these are fabulous. This is Let's Plie by Sephora by OPI. Essie's Topless and Barefoot. This is the HIPP by RGB polish in that sheer formula that I was talking about. This is in the shade S1. This is the lightest sheer formula. This is a sheer white polish. It's called Unforgettable by Sephora Formula X. Essie Marshmallow. I used this in my last nail tutorial as well. Zoya Purity. This is a beautiful opaque cream white nail polish. This is my Boyfriend Scales Walls by OPI. It is a slightly blue-gray toned off-white nail polish. Solitaire, another OPI liquid sand. It is a beautiful white with kind of silvery glitter. This is How Many Carats by Sephora by OPI. And this is International Crime Caper by OPI. It is a beautiful, like, pearlescent alabaster white polish. Moving on to the reds. This is the deepest red that I have. This is Midnight in Moscow by OPI. This is an older prototype Sephora Formula X in the shade Control Freak. Essie Bordeaux, another beautiful cream oxblood shade. This is a red-based chunky glitter polish by Super Black in the shade Bazillions. Julep Kenya, just a really beautiful metallic true red shade with slight gold shift. NARS Rebel Yell. This is another one of those Marsala polishes from my nail style guide video. This is the classic Chanel Dragon. This formula is absolutely amazing. Opaque in one coat, the perfect classic true blue red. And this is Chanel Cinema. It's a little more muted than Dragon. This is from a more recent collection. Essie Russian Roulette, just a gorgeous true red cream. And this is Mineral Fusion Fiery Lava. Essie Geranium, a slightly orange-based cream red polish. This is another Kiko Milano Sun Show, also used in that Kiko Milano nail tutorial. I don't know the name of this, but this is in the kind of orange shimmery shade. And then a slightly golder version of that last polish. This is Once a Cheetah, Always a Cheetah by Sephora by OPI. This is another CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant. I believe this is in the shade Mango or Mango Madness. This is a really, really affordable neon orange polish in the shade Orange by Absolute Nail Color. This is a Sally Hansen Sugar Coat polish in the shade Candy Corn. This is a textured polish. Okay, getting into these next three rows, we have some more kind of oranges, into the greens, into the blues. This is Essie Click It or Ticket, Ricky Color Summer Friday. This is from the nail polish line from the store Ricky's. Bikini Coral by Floss Gloss. This formula is really, really great for nail art. OPI's Is My Tie Crooked. Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in the shade Sunkissed. And this is Seismic by Sephora Formula X. Paisley Attention to Me by Sephora by OPI. This is the It Color by OPI. I have a love-hate relationship with this polish. I am currently wearing it as the yellow on my nails right now. A little problematic formula-wise, but I just love the color. If anyone has any recommendations for a better kind of bright yellow cream polish, please let me know. This is Cab Fair by Sephora by OPI. Bumster by Butter London. This is like a really weird kind of like dirty yellow cream polish. This is Sahara by Mineral Fusion. Another Absolute Nail Color Neon. This is in the shade Yellow. This is a fabulous chartreuse color. This is Did It On 'Em by OPI from the Nicki Minaj collection. This is a beautiful cream pastel sage color by Sephora Formula X. This is in the shade Quantum. A beautiful bright green cream by Sephora by OPI. This is It's Totally Karma. Swamp Thing by Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. I don't know if this shade is still available, but OCC nail polish is really great. They are 5 free, they're organic. Essie Mojito Madness, a beautiful kind of medium green cream shade. And this is the perfect neon green cream polish. This is Radioactive by Sephora Formula X. Look at that. Shake Your Moneymaker by Essie. The money is represented by two $signs. Shake Your $sign maker. Another no-name Kiko Milano Sun Show polish. This is in the green kind of shimmery shade. And another Absolute Nail Color Neon in the shade green. Antique Gold from the Sephora Pantone Universe collection from a couple years ago. It is a beautiful kind of duochrome green gold shifting polish. It has been said that this is a dupe for Chanel's Peridot. This is a kind of dirty green brown polish by OCC. I think it's called Dirty Martini, but this was a kind of sample polish that they made. If you go to the OCC store on Ludlow Street in New York City, they often have sales where they sell all of their kind of prototype nail polishes or makeup shades. It's really amazing, and this was one of them. This is Dosh or Dosh by Butter London. I think it's Dosh as in posh. Insufficient Funds by Ricky Color. I know all about that. Dark Room by Sephora by OPI. This is the perfect chalkboard color. It is that deep, deep green color. And this is I Come in Peas by Sephora by OPI. This is OPI's Gargantuan Green Grape. This is a shade that kind of looks different depending on when and where you bought it. Mine is kind of a very light minty green. This is Essie Turquoise and Caicos, just a beautiful kind of light turquoisey mint color. And this is Orly's Green with Envy. Now, I got this polish because I wanted to get the perfect true turquoise polish for doing kind of turquoise stone nail art, and I Google image searched a bunch of turquoise on my iPhone and compared them to nail polishes at the store that I was in, and this is the closest match. It really is a perfect turquoisey polish. I also consider this polish a classic. This is Fly by OPI from the Nicki Minaj collection. It is a beautiful cream, deep turquoise polish. And here's another really unique shade. This is from Super Black. It is in the shade Plip. It is a cream kind of turquoisey base with little black matte flecks in it. Essie's Go Overboard. This is Azure by Chanel. A really, really beautiful azure duochromy greenish blue shade. Stunning. Off the Grid by Spa Ritual. It is a slightly more kind of boisterous version of Azure. Essie's Naughty Nautical. It is a really great kind of shimmery, greenish, turquoisey polish. And this is Essie's In the Cab Anna. This is the blue shade that is on my nails today. This is Illamasqua's nail varnish in Serenity. This is from their kind of rubberized collection. You can see by the rubberized top. This actually dries to a semi-matte rubbery finish. It really does look like rubber. And you could see on my nails I used a top coat so you can't really see the finish. Beautiful blue shade. This is The Bends by Super Black. It is another crazy chunky glitter polish with matte black and white glitter of varying sizes. Another OPI Liquid Sand from the James Bond collection in the shade Tiffany Case. Bright as a Feather by Sephora by OPI. Can't Find My Checkbook, another classic, I think, a beautiful light blue. Essie's Rock the Boat, a Maybelline Color Show in the shade Poolside. And this is another classic Essie polish. This is the shade Mint Candy Apple. This is a Ciate or Chiate polish that I got as part of a nail art kit, but this is a really beautiful sky blue cream shade. It is called Ferris Wheel. Another one of those speckled Illamasqua polishes. This is in the shade Fragile. And then finally, just this perfect kind of like slate shimmery blue color. This is I Have a Herring Problem by OPI. Okay, we are down to the last 3 rows. We've got the end of my blues here, going into some violets, purples, going to some light pinks, into some hotter pinks, and then finally some fuchsia at the end. Let's go! This is OPI's DS Sapphire. This is a absolutely stunning holographic polish. I think it is by far the most holographic polish that I own. I actually had to order this online because I think they stopped manufacturing it because it was slightly poisonous, but undeniably a gorgeous holographic polish. A really affordable Jordana polish in the shade Electric Blue. The CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant in the shade Out of the Blue. Then a slightly deeper cream blue. This is the shade Bouncy from the Sephora Formula X prototype line. And then the absolute classic and stunning YSL's Blue Margerelle. This is a gorgeous blue shade. It is a little pricey, but if you'd like to find a more affordable dupe for this, Essie's Butler Please is an exact dupe for this. This is OPI's Unforgettably Blue, and it is kind of a dupe for the next polish, which is Chanel's Belle Argou. I really don't like to keep dupes, but this is just a really, really stunning polish. Love it. Kind of beautiful blue metallic shade. Let me show them next to each other. Just very, very slightly different tone. Honestly, on the nail, you can't tell the difference. Another one of those Kiko Sunshine polishes. This is in the kind of bluish purple shimmer shade. And another Sally Hansen Sugar Coat. This is in the shade Laffy Taffy. A beautiful deep cream blue by Sephora Formula X. This is in the shade Centigrade. And an even deeper cream blue by OPI. This is I Saw, You Saw, We Saw, Warsaw. Essie's Dive Bar. This has a kind of metallic shimmer to it. OPI's On Her Majesty's Secret Service. This is a really great polish that I also got in France. This is by the brand Peggy Sage. This is a polish called Purple Crystal from the Mineral Style collection. It is a really beautiful kind of like deep blue purple glitter with a beautiful gold flash. Jasmine by Julep. This really doesn't have a kind of gold flash, but it is a blue-based glitter polish. And then another polish by indie brand Cirque. This is the shade Tibetan Nights. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous deep blue base polish with silver shimmer. This almost has like a jelly base. It's really nice. And then another Sephora Formula X dark-based glitter polish. This is Galaxy. I do not care for the formula. It's like a little chunky, but for kind of accents and stuff, this is really great. Speaking of Galaxy nails, we've got Susie Skis The Pyrenees. This is a deep navy polish that is the perfect base shade for Galaxy nails. I love this polish by OPI. I feel like it's a much more wearable color than a black to use as a base for a Galaxy nail, and it really kind of creates this kind of smoky, dimensional look. Another super dark polish that reads as almost black on the nails. This is Party Brews by Floss Gloss. Dominatrix by Sephora Formula X. Again, that kind of prototype line. This is Planet Caravan by Cirque. I believe this shade is discontinued. It is a beautiful reddish purple glitter duochrome polish. Manosque by NARS, just a really beautiful, deep, kind of dusty mauve shade. And this is a CoverGirl Outlast Stay Brilliant in the shade Amethyst. This is Chanel Taboo, just a really beautiful purple polish with a kind of reddish glitter shift to it. And this is my newest Chanel nail polish. This is Lavanda by Chanel. This is from their latest summer collection. It is just a perfect basic purple. And another Kiko Sunshine. This is the kind of purple shimmer shade. Essie's using my maiden name from the totally non-feminist named bridal nail polish collection. Ugh. And then the classic lilac cream color. This is OPI's Do You Lilac It? This is another older Sephora Formula X polish. This is the shade Huggable. It's Hippo 2B Square by Sephora by OPI. This is Essie Fiji. This is like the perfect kind of very light pink cream polish. Nicole from Young Wild and Polished loves this shade, as do I. It was one of the first polishes I ever got. Floss Gloss Perf, a beautiful bubblegum pink shade. And I really think OPI knocked it out of the park with that Nicki Minaj collection. This is Pink Friday from that collection. And then kind of the last like neutral pink shade that I have is Essie's Pansy. Last row. Okay, we've got Chanel Lily. I used this in my last nail tutorial. It's OPI's Are We There Yet? It is just a perfect, slightly shimmery salmon color. This is Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics Radiate. I have the matching lip tar for this. Oh, look at that. This is OPI's A Definite Must-Have. This is Aloha from OPI by OPI, and it is another kind of really true coral. I'm Wired by Sephora by OPI. And then this is Essie's Bottle Service. I think this is another total classic. Zoya's Charisma. This is a really beautiful neon magenta shade. This is another one of those Sephora Pantone colors. This is the shade Purple Wine. This looks like a fuchsia with a blue shift, but that blue shift really does not come across on the nail. This is a classic OCC polish with an amazing name. This is Strumpet. This is Essie Sure Shot, a shimmery kind of metallic magenta. And this is Sally Hansen's Sugar Coat in the shade Red Velvet. And the last polish on my nail polish rack is Bogota Blackberry by OPI. It is like a really deep metallic raspberry color. Stunning. Okay, so here are all of the polishes that I have recently decided to get rid of. Sephora Formula X kind of prototype formula in the shade Cocky, Klepto, Head Case, Nut Job, Fierce, and the last Sephora Formula X Neon is this yellow shade Obnoxious. This is Sephora by OPI in the shade I Am Beauty. This is a kind of another one of those like unnamed tester shades that I got at the store in New York City. I actually think I might put this back in my collection and try to swap it out with the It color, that yellow shade by OPI that I have just not been the biggest fan of, that is currently on my nails right now, as you can see. This is Essie Mademoiselle. Essie's Meet Me at the Altar. This next one is a neutral kind of purpley Jordana polish in the shade Grape. Sephora by OPI, Beauty Junkie, Black Cherry Chutney by OPI, Caffeine Fix by Sephora by OPI. This is a polish that I said was a dupe for that American Apparel Smoke Dazzle polish. This is Essie's For the Twill of It. Essie's Snap Happy, Sephora by OPI's Havana Dreams, Neutral Beauty. Is She For Real, like a film reel. Aha Moment. I purchased a ton of these Sephora by OPI polishes when they had a clearance, when they were launching the Formula X line. This is another one of those prototype Sephora X shades. This is in the shade Egotistical. Black Nights by So Nails, a Jordana glitter. This is in the shade Crystal Glitter. This is China Glaze's World Away. I got this because I thought it was very similar to Chaotic by Sephora Formula X, and I love that polish. It is not. The formula of this is absolutely terrible. It is super thin. There's very little glitter in it, like compared to polish, and it just like does not do the same effect at all as Chaotic does. Speak of the devil, this is the actual original Chaotic bottle that I got, that I fell in love with. It was one of the first polishes I ever purchased. Okay, and then lastly, I'm getting rid of this top coat by e.l.f. that I was just sent with my most recent e.l.f. purchase. Basically, this top coat sucks. Doesn't work, doesn't dry your nails at all, let alone quickly. I hope you enjoyed this little bonus segment. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something, and maybe saw some polishes that you had never really heard of before. I've listed all the polishes down below, so if you want to grab any of them, they're all down there. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out my other videos, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. My name's Kimberly Clark. Thanks. Bye.